Hey everybody, it's Reverend Will. Welcome to this week's devotion. Glad you're here. We've been continuing a series on Ephesians, and this week is no different. We're going to hang out right there for our midweek devotion. We hope that you hear a word of grace in this series in Ephesians, so we'll get right into it. This week is on Ephesians 4, verses 25 through chapter 5, verse 2. I often think about a scene from the TV show The West Wing when it comes to how people interact with each other. The scene from this West Wing is from early on, and it has nothing to do with politics. Instead, it's about people's ability to reach out and help others, especially when they see themselves in the other person in distress. They see themselves physically, emotionally, spiritually. One character from the scene is deep in the throes of trauma. Having been shot and survived an assassination attempt, his undiagnosed PTSD comes out in surprising and inappropriate ways, yelling at the president, having a panic attack during a classical music concert, and severely cutting his hand while slamming it through a window at home. Josh is his name, and he was utterly unaware that all of this was going on. His boss, Leo, though, noticed it and called in a therapist to help Josh understand what was going on, what was happening. The session worked, the triggers were identified, and Josh was cleared to continue working, even if he was unsure. It was a long and intense therapy session that lasted late into the evening, well past even the most strenuous working hours. But when Josh emerged from the session, Leo was there to meet him, much to Josh's surprise. Leo then tells a story as to why he did all of this, and I'm quoting from the scene. This guy's walking down the street when he falls in a hole. The walls are so steep he can't get out. A doctor passes by and the guy shouts up, "Hey, can you help me out?" The doctor writes a prescription, throws it down in the hole, and moves on. Then a priest comes along and the guy shouts, "Father, I'm down in this hole. Can you help me out?" The priest writes out a prayer, throws it down in the hole, and moves on. Then a friend walks by. "Hey, Joe, it's me. Can you help me out?" And the friend jumps in the hole. Our guy says, "Are you stupid? Now we're both down here." And the friend says, "Yeah, but I've been down here before and I know the way out." Leo helped Josh, not only because it was the right thing to do, but because Leo had been helped when he was helpless, unaware of what was going on, and a liability to others. While his situation was because of addiction and Josh's PTSD, Leo was able to see himself in Josh. It enabled Leo not just to reach out, but step in with kindness and compassion. This is how the Christian acts in the world, not just reaching out, but stepping into the problems of others with love. Paul lays it out well in our reading from the Ephesians. Be kind, compassionate, and forgiving to each other in the same way God forgave you in Christ. Our kindness and compassion and forgiveness, they are all grounded in our need for those same things from God. What enables us to treat others with kindness and compassion and forgiveness is the ability to see ourselves in their situation. We needed what they need now. When we other people and create a gulf between us and them, we create a barrier for the kind of one-way love that God showered upon the world, showered upon you and me in Jesus. It's one of the reasons fascistic regimes dehumanize groups of people. If those groups of people, are seen as no longer human, as other, as not like us, then they aren't worthy of dignity, freedom, and love. But the mature Christian sees themselves in all other people because not only was every last one of us created in the image of God, every last one of us was deemed worthy worthy of kindness and compassion and forgiveness when God sent his son Jesus and when he went to the cross. It was there that he bought our redemption, even though we'd done nothing to deserve it. We forgive because God forgave us. We have compassion for others because God was compassionate toward us. We are kind to others because God was kind to us. We do it not just because we know it's the right thing to do, though it is, but because we know we needed those things and were given them. Like Leo, we step into people's problems with kindness, compassion, and forgiveness because we've been there before and we know the way out. Thanks for joining me for this week's devotion. I hope you heard a word of grace. Please like and share this with someone who you think needs to hear it. You're also invited to join us for worship on Sunday morning. We join at 10:30, both in person and here online. But if not, our benediction is the same as always. God be with you till we meet.